Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to share with you one of the most profound, effective healing techniques that I've come across. It's called Clearing Toxic Emotions. I trained under an author, speaker, visionary named Dawn Clark. Now this process got my attention because I knew with my health coaching that addressing the physical and lay neuroscience, understanding those fundamentals, law of attraction, all of those things do matter in your overall happiness and health, but we have to address the emotional traumas of our life. Now, as a person that practices Reiki, crystal work, or access consciousness, theta, any of that type of healing is wonderful, and I've indulged in so many of them, and they've been absolutely fabulous. But this clearing toxic emotions actually takes you back to an event in your childhood, events. We all have traumas in our past, and they continue to affect us in our life. Now, sometimes it speaks louder than others. If you notice that you have repetitive patterns in life with different people, that is a big red flag that you need to go back and revisit something in your past and see if you can work on healing that. This clearing toxic emotions process literally takes you back to a seed event. The earliest one we start with is something in your childhood with a parent, the earliest one you can remember. And we ask the child a couple of questions. And this is key. And in this process, I've never heard these questions asked before, and not even in mainstream psychology or psychiatry. And the question is, if you sit back and have a visualization of this first trauma that you can remember, and you go up to yourself, your little self, you ask your little self, what did you want that you didn't get? This is a chance for you to write down and listen to yourself, the little self that still resonates in our field. This is what we have to know. This is why it's important to go back and be there for your little self. As the adult now, fully capable, fully able to be a mentor, a guide, a big brother, a big sister to your little self. Because at that time, there's a perceived victimization here. And this is what we need to create a state change. It's not enough to forgive. That is a mental process that does not create a state change. It's great, and it's a first step, and we need that to move on mentally. But this process allows to create a state change from a low vibration emotion like guilt, shame, anger, blame, resentment that is stuck in your field from a trauma, and bring it up to a high level frequency, about the highest, gratitude. Yes, this is absolutely possible. But two of the main questions in this process that I want to share with you right now is going back to your little self, holding the hand of your little self. Ask them right in the middle of the scene of whatever it was, no matter how painful it is, go back and be the adult for that child and ask the child, what did you want that you didn't get? Take notes even. Let the child speak to its fullest capacity. Then ask, how did it make you feel when you didn't get that? This is a chance for this child to be heard, and that's what it wants, to be heard, to get our attention. And sometimes it gets our attention later on down the road, not with just repetitive, undesirable cycles or patterns, but even illness. So let's go back and heal that little self that has, we're not there to judge as it were, a perpetrator. We're not there to lessen what the little self felt. We're there to hear what the little self felt and to hear what the little self wanted. Because at the time, there's powerlessness, victimization, helplessness. When we can let that child be heard, the child can then reintegrate back into your whole. Because all of these traumas in our life actually fracture us into different people. We are no longer the whole. We are no longer in perfect resonance with our perfect blueprint, because it's just part of being human. We suffer these traumas, and it doesn't matter what you feel about it now, even if you think you've gotten over it. What matters is the perception of the little child, and that little child will still resonate into your field until it feels it has resolution. Again, this process, clearing toxic emotions, is one of the most profound and in-depth healing tools for healing the inner child that I have come across, and that's why I actually train and use it. So If you need more information, you would like to discuss this further or have a consultation, please feel free to contact me. If nothing else, please take these 2 steps and explore and hear your inner child. You deserve it. Thanks you guys once again for tuning in. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.